Hey, what's going on, fellas? Greetings from Porto, Portugal. Uh, really neat. Plan on being here all week, so I've just been doing some walking and some exploring today, and trying to take things on my own pace. But I wanted to talk about silence, just absence of sound, and if you are comfortable with that in your life, really there's nothing that's going to break you. And as you go out through these difficult challenges in life, because if you think about it, a lot of time there's all this pressure, there's all this social pressure of you've got to have somebody around you, and there's constantly got to be some sort of communication going on. And that's just not the case. That's not the truth. And if you can get comfortable with going places and being comfortable with just absolute silence, where it's just you and your thoughts, and you're not disturbed by that, that's a great testament to your self-mastery and your purpose for what you're moving towards. Because if you don't have a purpose where you feel like your purpose is so tied into the external world, where you need to have someone's validation, or it could be romantically, friendships, business, that sort of thing, where your happiness is tied to something outside of yourself, you're just going to go down this perpetual loop of not being happy. Because as soon as that external piece changes, and it might get better, might get worse, but that's going to impact you, and usually in a negative way. And when you can find a way to be comfortable with who you are, where you're going, why what you're doing matters, and that only matters to you internally, just to show that, hey, I am really uncomfortable with being by myself, which is something that I struggled with for a while. And just like in my tennis game, where I was really struggling at a lower competitive level, and I got really upset with myself, and I thought I was just, no good, I had to find a way. I had to problem solve to work through that to get better to the level I am today. And that's the same thing I have to do with my life. I was very uncomfortable socially, didn't ever want to get out of the house, just kind of a homebody. And now I'm traveling the world. I've been to 11 different countries in 6 months. And that's all because I'm becoming more comfortable with who I am and why my journey matters. And one big aspect of my journey is to communicate, to tell my story. So if you can gain a little bit of value from my life, and I'm not in the club, and I'm not throwing back bottles and things like that. And that's not who I am as a person. But just like a normal, interesting life for me, doing these solo country trips and things, and finding out things about myself, I have become very accustomed to the silence, and I look forward to it. Anymore, when I have to travel in a group or something like that, it just gets kind of annoying sometimes. So now that I have my purpose and I know where I'm heading, it makes it much, much easier. So like I said, if you are becoming comfortable with who you are, and you are comfortable in silence, the world can't break you. Because what I'm doing now is, like, it seems to be for some people the worst punishment, like very worse than solitary confinement. It's like, oh, you got to be by yourself, you got to go travel by yourself. Not for me. This is great. This is what I want to do. So I still have a long way to go in my journey, but I wanted to share this growth with you. And the parts of problem solving and being comfortable with the silence, and get to know who you are. And that's the only way you can do that is when there's no one else around. Because really, at the end of the day, the only journey that matters is the inner journey. All this external crap can go by the wayside. So that's all I got for this one. Catch you in the next one.